chat. Woo. Look at that, Bando. Look where your quarterback went. Why you trying to be goddamn funny? You already know how I'm coming in, guy. Hell yeah, boy, I've been exhausted, bro.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the defending national champions.
Ran on the line, dog.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So North Carolina's offense going to get the chance to start this
Scout it here, don't worry.
performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has a ton of confidence coming into this game.
It was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, you can tell me he was seeing it.
Move it
Coming
around.
out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think Jesse will take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Caught and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. That's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they can win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about most of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up
Oh, I'm
the
wrong for it.
competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Caught over the middle. It's Jacobs. He gets those chains moving.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little extra time. He'll try to do it himself. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Snagged on the outside, it's Jacobs. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. And the Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. Running back searching for a hole. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Lopez to pass. A
Ooh,
shot for the
shit.
end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key
Oh,
to
my
success.
phone ran out
Already
with
2 catches
not the
on the
tight end.
opening drive, and they
Yeah,
go back to
take
him
this
again.
motherfucker.
This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is definitely
Yeah.
on this third down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the
Yeah,
quarterback
absolutely.
trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On fourth down, going to the air.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
It's one
I'm
fly
trying to throw
deep.
some tight end.
And it's
Damn.
incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. So Oregon's offense will have its first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he's making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent on this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Man, no fucking way you ran right there. Bro.
And they were looking for a chunk play.
That's an
and
arcade,
they
though,
got
shit.
it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice
Oh,
throw
what a play action. God damn.
It's Napier.
That was hard.
Touchdown, Oregon.
That was hard, huh?
I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another
hard.
score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be
I'm in a
reckoned
bit starving, boy. So goddamn hungry.
Getting set for the extra point now, putting the scoreboard to work.
Man, mighty duck. Man, he gave me Oregon on the road. That nigga funny as hell.
They get the first
I
seven.
ain't never gave me a road, man. I know you put me on the road.
And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this...
The ball pops out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an
That's fucked up.
opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
See, yeah,
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this More to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I'm tripping, Bando.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Damn.
It's Johnson. Defense on skates that time. They finally
That shit crazy. This big ass
That's
nigga.
what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Ducks are on the move. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Lopez wants to fire. The screen, he can go! And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun to give to the back. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It Smothers.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Catch in the middle, it's James. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much there on the line.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out a little bit.
Off the play fake. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Smothers. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Lopez to pass. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's what.
Touchdown, Tar Heel! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Makes a connection. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down. What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Utah. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business.
He uncorks one deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Finds his man. It's Perry. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moore to the air. Makes the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Perry. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Trying to set the tone with the run. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And I think this has probably been the most surprise. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Moore will throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That's reeled in. It's Cox.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's James. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
To the air on 2nd down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Tar Heels are flying down the field. Offense changing the play. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Moore to the air. The short hands, it's Perry. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Rodgers. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Quickly to the tight end. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Lopez wants to fire. Caught in the backfield and Smothers. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Rodgers. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Pulls it in. It's James. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. It's complete to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. to throw on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the center.
I'm ready for the rest of the day down there. I didn't sleep so damn long.
These two quarterbacks
I ain't gonna sleep for a while.
check out their numbers
I'm
after
up.
three. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up.
All right, love that.
They'll try to open this
I said I'm going to. I know
in
it.
the end zone here. With the run on first and goal.
What a call.
Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
You know? I sound like a monster. See this now that?
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over the Red Hawks of Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A quick pass to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's second and long. From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like. Something to start them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Jacobs. Turning it on. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes it past the marker. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown Tar Heels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the team to get the return man down on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Moore will throw. Wide open downfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
That's crazy. I wonder if because it's so big. It might be a little too big right now. The bitch is pretty big. What's the wrong with this motherfucker?
This This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And I love this. Understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Finds the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Tar Heels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give out of the gun. Gets it past the marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Yellow.
They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the game for the rest of the day, bro. It's got too long.
Lopez to pass. Hauls it in. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet. Haven't sacked.
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense.
440. Like, what you talking about?
Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's
Yeah, man, you want to use the couch, you know, like a guy shoot a duck.
10 on the play. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Lost to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Tight end getting vertical. And they exploited that soft spot.
Oh, he's fucking tight end.
Down to the 35. More to the air. Makes the grab on the left.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
No gain on the play.
And the Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The quick out. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want.
This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Ben, all that shit glitching up on him.